Okay. Hello, good afternoon to all of you. I'm Susit Hemtilaka, final year undergraduate from University of Westminster. So my topic is invariant face recognition for face mask occlusions. Moreover, my intention is to emphasize occlusion invariant face recognition researches, which is capable of recognizing faces while wearing masks. Yeah, here is the agenda I go through. First of all, I will give a brief introduction to face recognition. Face recognition has been studied for several years and it's preliminary task in computer vision. Also, the accuracies reached over human level. Among the biometrics methodologies, face recognition has better edge on the accuracy, efficiency, usability, security, privacy to recognize identity non-intrusively. So it's contactless authentication behavior, which helps to keep good hygiene practices. And it's widely used in personal device logo, passport checking, ATMs, border control, forensics, and law enforcement. Using deep learning with face recognition is called deep face recognition, which gives prominent results in recent years. Deep learning is enabler of face recognition to achieve human eye performance in recognizing faces in unconstrained environment. In 2014, DeepFace achieved the SOTA accuracy of 97.35 in the LFW benchmark and rewarded as the first effort to reach the human level accuracy in understanding faces. Afterwards, face recognition accuracy surged to 99.8 due to advancements of deep learning based approaches in just few years. Advancements of deep learning approaches in last 5 years obtained massive accuracy improvements and it's 20 times gain in accuracy comparing with early decades. So let's dive into the problem background. The research idea was initiated during the coronavirus pandemic period. At that time, I used face recognition to unlock my mobile device. One day I tried to unlock my phone while wearing a face mask, but it didn't work. And after that incident, I started to research on this problem. Moreover, face recognition was challenged by different challenges such as pose variations, different lighting conditions, emotions, occlusions, and so on. Among them, occlusion is one of the most difficult challenge faced in face recognition. So what is occlusion in facial recognition? Occlusion is any kind of obstacle which interrupts to take clean face image. Occlusions are very common in natural environments and they can be happened in different ways such as facial accessories like sunglasses, face mask and hats, even our hair, and external occlusions like hands or random objects, partial faces captured due to limited field of view, and artificial occlusions like noises due to technical vulnerabilities. Recognizing masked face is considered the most difficult facial occlusion challenge because it usually covers around 60% of the frontal face. So it's protect themselves against excessive pollution and pathogen transmissions and medical settings. People use face masks also, and it's big challenge to current face recognition systems because the mask destroy a lot of details and large area of face. It makes it difficult to recognize them even for humans. The challenge mostly emphasized during the pandemic period when unlocking personal devices with wearing a face mask. Furthermore, face verification should be studied deeply to overtake barriers of occluded face recognition with growing incentives of wearing face masks without reducing security and effectiveness. The coexistence of face mask and face recognition will increase in near future and it will highly impact to face recognition systems. So on further studying the problem domain, I found two recent evaluation studies. First paper was ongoing face recognition vendor test. It's a performance evaluation report done by National Institute of Standard of Technology, US. It is based on 89 state-of-the-art face recognition algorithms. They observed that if masks cover around 70, the tested algorithm had error rates placed between 20% to 50%. Second paper is evaluation studies about effect of wearing mask on face recognition performance. They pointed out the failure of current state-of-the-art algorithms while wearing face masks. Further, they pointed out large drop in the verification performance, showing the higher error rates in false acceptance and false rejections. Okay, let's talk about what is difference between face detection and face recognition. Face detection is determined whether there actually is one or more faces in a photo or video frame. Face recognition is recognize who are you. It's all about establishing identity. To dive into deep, we need to clarify the face recognition pipeline and their components clearly. In pipeline, input image can be real-time video frame or still image, and then face detection happens. And face processing, it will crop the face area and align it. And next, the face recognition starts. It's basically start with feature extraction, extract all the features from cropped image, and finally face matching happens. Face detection is essentially the first step to face recognition, which distinguishing human faces from other objects in the image. Face detection can be categorized into general face detection and occluded face detection. General face detection approaches can be used in occluded face detection up to some extent, but there are some limitations in advanced unconstrained conditions. Detecting occluded faces is challengeable in unconstrained environments when a large area is occluded because it increases intra-class similarity and intra-class variations. Many approaches are developed using adaptive technologies to address the problem successfully. Approaches taken to detect occluded faces can be clustered into three: locating visible facial segments, discarding the features taken from occluded subregions, and use the occlusion information. In attribute-aware CNNs, categorize face feature according to property of face parts like big lips, long eyes, likewise to create facial response map. Most probably, those approaches achieve good accuracies around 99. PAN, LLE-CEN, Adabus Cascade Classifier are the approaches usually trained as segment-based face detectors from discarding occluded face subregions. They achieve good accuracies, and their simpler architecture makes them speed because of low computational complexity. In the third approach, they are trying to minimize the occlusion damage by extracting features in the near area of occlusion. Recognition of occluded faces studied using various approaches. There are general and specific occlusion scenarios taken into consideration in their researches. Based on the common characteristics of their followed approaches, we can categorize them into three main categories. First one is occlusion aware and occlusion robust, occlusion recovery. We will talk about approaches in detail in next slides. When occlusion is in small context and extracted features of the non-occluded area are provided high details than occlusion area, this approach is very suitable. But the unpredictability of occlusion occurs problem in these approaches. Those approaches try to keep a robustness at the same level when happening, and occlusion introduces new similarity measurement techniques and lossless to deal with inter-class similarity. In occlusion recovery approaches, most of the approaches attempt to solve the occlusion problem in the lower level of face recognition pipeline which is known as speech space, but occlusion recovery approaches explicitly try to solve it at higher level, also known as image space. Then it becomes time complex task than other approaches. There are several efforts and various approaches to recover clean places from occluded space. Reconstruction of the occluded area is another approach, more competitive and better than in painting. Finally, all recovery-based models are not provided with any promising result so far in face recognition evaluations. Occlusion-aware approaches are highly aware of the occlusion. Some of the approaches are discarded the occluded part of the face, which is known as the partial face recognition approach. Other approaches considering the occlusion and try to minimize the effect of occlusion to face verification. We can divide occlusion-aware face recognition into two sections, such as partial face recognition and context-aware speech extraction. But partial speech extraction is less secure when holistic face is available. Furthermore, partial face recognition needs a lot of training data and computational cost to train. I pointed out the following limitation in existing work. Most of the research handle only small occlusions like sunglasses. Some approaches are not reliable. Example as partial face recognition when holistic face appears. Accuracy is not achieved to the SOTA satisfactory levels, highly dependent on other dependencies. Most of the existing work covered by previous evaluation studies, and they precisely explain the failure of them with new evaluation reports. I found out the following challenges in existing work and future work to be done. In certain cases, a modern study problem necessary to use the complex datasets. The dataset have three major problems: dataset size, diversity of occlusions, and default standards. AR is one of the few that has actual occlusions with photographs of only 1 to 126 people included in it. Synthetical mask datasets are not that great to train models, and novel approaches should not affect the seamless of holistic face recognition, and models should be less cost effective and should adaptable for real-time systems, and should work fine with one-to-many matching, and then can be integrated easily into real-time face recognition frameworks. Following factors can be considered as motivational factors in related researches. The value of hygienic and contactless identity verification is well illustrated during the coronavirus pandemic. Most of the government and private sectors are switching toward facial recognition systems as sanitary alternative to reduce the spread of novel coronavirus. The current COVID-19 pandemic motivates further to study specific effect of wearing face mask on the behavior of face recognition systems. Other than pandemics, people are aware to wear masks for excessive pollution and other transmission diseases and medical settings and laboratories too. So thank you. This is the end of my presentation. Thanks for listening. Any questions?